Hey, everybody, I'm Dr. John Sherk, and it is Wednesday morning, 11 o'clock Central. That means it's brown bag lunch, where I bring you what I can to help you as a technician or to give tools and thoughts and support to those who are looking out for you guys. So, uh, I have one question today. I've spent some time with family. It's getting to be Christmas time. I pulled out my red sweaters. Um, and during this time of year, I'm always thinking about what am I going to focus on next year? What are my goals for next year? What are the changes I want to make? Are there things I want to do differently? And I've done a couple of these that are about thinking about sort of proactive things to do. Today, I want to just plant the seed to think about what are you currently attached to, and maybe it needs to go. In other words, um, we are all kind of in a set of patterns of behavior. And in those patterns of behavior, we're always intending to do good things for ourselves and for people around us, usually. Sociopaths, not so much, but for the majority of us, that's what we're doing. And then we have assumptions inside of those of sort of cause effect relationships of when I do this, it makes that happen. But inside of that, there are also attachments. And the attachments are things that say, like, well, obviously this has to be part of the process, or happiness doesn't result at the back end. And there are going to be a lot of different things like this. There's a famous old illustration. I don't know who was the original person to use it, and you may have heard it before, but it's the idea of in India, a farmer protecting his crops from monkeys who were getting in there and eating his crops. And so he didn't want to just take a gun out there and start picking off these monkeys. He wanted to be humane about it. So he set up a set of cages with a small opening, put a banana inside the cage, and the monkey would reach inside the cage and grab the banana. But in order for the monkey to get away from the cage, it would have to let go of the banana, but the monkey would not let go of the banana. And therefore, it got stuck with the cage and was able to be caught by the farmer because it would not let go of the banana. All right. I think the illustration here is obvious. What bananas are you currently hanging on to that are actually preventing you from moving ahead, improving your life, advancing your career, getting more healthy, having better relationships? What are you hanging on to that needs to go? There's also a famous story from the Bible where Jesus meets this rich man and he says, give away all your money and follow me. And the man walks away and doesn't do it. And that's when he makes this famous statement that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And it's sometimes mistakenly viewed at in terms of money. It's not money, it's an attachment. What is he attached to that he would not let go of that would allow him to embrace the next thing, which is much better for him, for life, for his family, for whatever? Okay. So what I want you to do is just let your mind kind of go wherever it goes as you hear this. Is it something more abstract, like the idea of a perfect life, or what people think of me, or comparison with others? Someone else got promoted to service manager, I didn't, and that happened a year ago, and I'm still not letting it go. Something you're unable to forgive, maybe ego, that you're just, it's pride or a need for control, or something maybe more like alcohol. Like maybe you are, I have been in this place in my life. I'm not now, thank God, but in years ago, I was in a place in my life where I felt like, the happiest version of my life involved quite a bit of alcohol. And then it was sort of like I had my hand in the cage hanging on the banana. And then one day I decided, well, I'm letting go of this banana. And wow, I could really move on from there after that. So I'm not a teetotaler now, but I don't think of alcohol the way I used to. And it kind of sets me free from that idea. And that's sort of the point of the attachment. My goal in this thing is not to convince you what you should be attached to and what you should not be attached to. My goal is to help you become aware of what you are attached to so that you can make conscious choices about it. Because if you're not aware of it, it just feels like this is how life works. And these are just assumptions that quietly continue to guide me in my own mind. And I'm not really thinking of it as an attachment. It's really a kind of assumption about the cause and effect relationships in this world. Okay. So, what are the things you're attached to currently that if you released them, it would open the door for you in 2024 to engage in a better life? I'm not telling you what they should be. Honestly, you guys are smart. You can probably figure out what they should or shouldn't be. I'm asking you to take them, pause. We got vacation time coming up. You're going to have off time. Take a minute, sit on your back porch and ask yourself, what am I attached to? And do I need to let it go? Is it better for me? Is it better for everybody if I let it go? And not in a way that's like, um, self-punishing, but just saying, even if it's the kind of thing that feels like it isn't doing that much damage, it's just using up all my time. It's not necessarily a bad thing to enjoy video games. I know a number of people who like video games. Great. But how much time is spent on video games, and is it really the highest and best use of your time? If it is, then by all means, play a lot of video games in 2024. If it isn't, consider whether it's an attachment that should be released so that you can embrace whatever is better for you in 2024. Okay. So there's my thought for this week. So we've been a little bit choppy on the podcast. We're going to pick up some more podcasts coming up here. We had some schedules that got shifted around. We couldn't record when we wanted to. So there's a little bit of a gap here, but we're continuing season 2. Be sure and keep an eye on HVAC Joy Lab. New episodes are coming out. And if you want to reach out and you want to chat, please reach out anytime. A number of you have. It's been a joy to get to know you better. So other than that, we'll see you next week.